believe that people want to do things.
Yeah.
The intent is there. They just don't know how to go about it.
Yeah.
Or they're just waiting for the correct time. These are all only from Tailor generated scraps.
Okay.
We don't use personal scraps.
Okay.
Or personal fabric. Even once a week for half an hour or 1 hour, if each tailor is spending that time doing this, you can actually take care of your own carbon footprints. Instead of depending on a person like me who actually has nothing to gain, specifically keeping in mind that this I am going to give away as a gift to someone who needs it.
Yeah.
I'm not selling these.
Yeah. Welcome to the Marina Vibe. Yet another episode and another story that is going to come to life today. Today we have Miss Shambavi, and she is a professor, so I'm a little scared of that part. But however, she's a very good friend of mine, and we know each other for quite some time now, and let's see what she's going to talk to us today. Welcome, Shambavi.
Thank you, Marina. Thank you so very much. And professor is very high, So I'm still only Dr. Shambavi.
Okay, Dr. Shambavi.
Yeah, so, you have to, if you were in the academic field, you would know that there's this big gap in between.
Oh my
So
God.
with due respect to all professors.
Okay. I'm so sorry for that.
No,
Dr.
please don't.
Shambavi.
It's only doctor yet.
Yeah. Okay, cool. In the process of becoming a professor.
I don't know.
Manifestation.
I don't know because that is a different journey on the academic path.
Okay.
So let's see.
Let's see. Forget that I even spoke about it. Shambavi, first thing first is, we met few years back, and what I recollect from that memory is how these small networking groups happen and we get to interact. Right? And I saw you put up your pop-up market with regards to the products that you have. So I have a question. Why do you show up in these kind of events, and how does it impact you?
Okay. So the main thing is that visibility, and particularly in that business where which is Sew a Gift, where we make customized gifts for people, and their visibility of the product matters. And I've never had a person see the product and not say, wow.
Yeah.
When I show it to them on design, on software, or when I show the fabrics and all, they're like, oh, okay, yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
But the minute they see it, it's a wow.
Yeah, absolutely. And I have like 4 pillows in my house, which with the bookmark
Reading pillow.
Yes,
reading pillows that you have. Yes.
So I enjoy it, and I made sure that I have few books in the pillows as well.
Perfect.
So,
And to continue that conversation there, I know I shared a couple of PDFs with you with those images, which were very well done images. But you didn't actually look at that, and you just kept saying, yeah, I'll do it. And then when we met, and then you said, yes, this is, give me these.
Yes,
and maybe you chose 3, and then you picked up another one. So the visuals, they definitely make a lot of difference. The optics, when you see something, it is definitely a different...
Absolutely. And I think if I'm not wrong, I like my elephants a lot.
Yes,
and I think that's what I was being very picky about. Oh my God, I want to have an elephant in my reading pillow.
We'll get there.
Cool. Now, today we are talking about your other business, which is Planet Tomorrow. And that's like the start of where everything started for you, right? Could you explain us a little bit more about this business and how everything came into life?
The fact that you refer to it as business is like making me think, because that is something which became a purpose in life for me. Okay. And so that is where my doctor journey also started, my doctoral journey. And I'll just take you back a few years into back. As I'm approaching 60, I realize that I'm going more and more into my past.
Good. We need to always look back.
Absolutely. Right? And so this was 2014 that I finished my PhD. And one of the offshoots of that research was waste from fruits and vegetables, which is 100% compostable. In those days, people were not talking much about that. And now more people are aware, and we have a lot of businesses around it, a lot of individuals around who are doing composting and things like that.
Yeah.
And so this is one part. And then the other part is that I've lived here for 38 years.
Wow.
In the UAE.
Do you have
thank
the
you. No, but I have a hump.
Okay.
So that's my standard line. And my relationship with my sewing machine started when I came here and I needed to put curtains in my house. 500 dirhams is what it was costing to just put the curtains. Whereas I bought a machine for 250 dirhams. I had a friend help me buy the material for 250 dirhams. And for 500 dirhams, we had put up curtains of my choice, and something which the machine lived with me for another 15 years.
Yeah.
So,
I get it.
yes. So that was the thing. And then the second part was having friends. And, people always buy gifts. And we were all young. We had young children and or we had young mothers. So making some kind of night suits for the mothers so that they could feed their children easily, or making these blankets, these nappies, these, typical things which a new mom needs was something which I had learned from my mother-in-law. And I would make these and give as gift.
Wow.
Apart from whatever I'm doing, buying from baby shop. Those days baby shop had just come up then.
Mm-hmm.
And if I loved my friends a little bit more, I would plan a little in advance.
Okay.
And do these, semi-embroidery, semi-painting, and then quilt it up in the machine and kind of a thing. One combination.
And I've seen it. The last time when I came to your house, that's when I have seen the entire tam-jam of all the things that you have.
Yeah. So that was something. And in fact, those were Yahoo days. I don't know if you remember. I mean, way before Google, they were Yahoo days. So I was part of some crazy quilting Yahoo group and things like that. What I want to focus on, that it was never any perfect. It was always a little crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So coming back to 2014, and my research is done, and now I'm officially a doctor now, and my journey goes on. I have a tailor in Sharjah. I still go to him. I wouldn't use the word patronize because I think he patronizes me more than what I do. Okay. And the tailor, they would stitch for me, and typical, you have your festival, your Diwali, and I'm like just the day before there and saying, can you do this blouse for me? And he's like, yeah. Okay. And this cloth is maybe falling a little short, or is it long? No, if it's long, give it to me. If it is short, please adjust it this way. Was always behind my mind. And I would bring the cloth back, by the way, if it was extra in any manner. And he was one of those tailors who always, one could depend. Yeah, one could depend. You know that. You are yourself in that.
I've tried multiple tailors to figure that out.
Yeah. So this was a very, this tailor was, so one day in June 2015, when I went to this tailor, and I was just standing in his shop and giving my requirements, and I saw him walking outside with 2 big garbage bags. So they're a team of 3-4 people. And one of them was just behind me. It's a small shop, tailoring shops, they're so small. And this guy is walking just behind me, and I see these garbage bags, and I just ask him casually, what is in this? And he says, it is fabric. I said, what are you doing? He said, I'm going to throw it into that garbage chute, which is garbage, the big bin which municipality picks up. I'm going to throw it there. I said, why are you throwing the garbage? I mean, that was, total in shock. And he's saying, what to do with it? You want? And when he said, you want, I just took a step back physically. Because somebody else's fabric. What am I going to do with it?
Yeah.
And but this thought remained in my mind. I came back home. My daughter, my niece, my nephew was here at that time. So all of them, we have to do something about this. We cannot let it go. And they're like, oh God, not again. One of her crazy ideas coming up.
Yeah.
So I'm not a great fan of WhatsApp forwards. Though I'm in many groups, I'm not a great fan of forwards. However, what I did was I joined the building WhatsApp group, which had 90 flats in our building, and mostly everybody was in that group. It was one of the most beautiful groups that I've seen, apart from the forwards, in terms of help. And I wrote this message saying that, do you know that not only plastic, glass, all this goes to the landfill? Fabric also goes to the landfill. And if you would like to do something about it, let me know. One WhatsApp message I shared with the group. And this message I also circulated with whoever I knew and said, if you think you're interested. So that message actually went around and got me a lot of responses. So in my own building, immediately they said, okay, Shambavi, whatever it is, whatever crazy thing she is up to, we'll join her. So we chose a random day, 30th September 2015. It was a Wednesday. I said 10 to 12, 2 hours. And I had 5 people, and I had by then brought this 5 kilos of fabric scrap
Wow.
from the tailor.
From the tailor.
From the tailor.
Sharjah tailor.
Absolutely. Bilkis. Name is
Okay.
Bilkis Trading. And and we started our journey that day. With me spending the first 2 sessions only ironing the fabric out.
My God.
And then we started cutting, we started putting it into panels together. And so the time which I kept was that every Wednesday. And only 2 hours, nothing more than that. Because it can be very boring, monotonous. And we don't have time to clean our own clutter. Where do you have time to look at somebody else's?
Correct.
But things changed slowly. So people who had busy or appointments or kitty parties or any dentist appointment, they slowly started making sure that 10 to 12 they were available, or at least some part of that they were available. And slowly this information started growing. By then I had a call from a person who I didn't know, who said, I received this message. I'm interested in doing what can we do? So I said, okay. So I went over to her house and I said, the first thing which you need is you need one friend. You can't do this alone. One friend you need. So she said, yeah, I have my cousin next door. We both will do. So my mother-in-law and myself, we went to her house and I showed her how to do. And she and her cousin, they continued becoming buddies and they maintained that. Then came November, a group of people who were they had their own group and it was called Vaha, Women at Home. And they invited me. They said they used to invite one person every month to come and speak to them. And they invited me and they said, can you do a demo as well? I said, sure. So I went out and we did a demo.
Okay. So opportunities came walking to you when you put the message out there in the universe, right?
Yes. So I believe that people want to do things.
Yeah.
The intent is there. They just don't know how to go about it.
Yeah.
Or they're just waiting for the correct time. And on that note, not everybody who was with me at that time is still continuing, but they remain buddies.
Yeah.
They still look out for what is happening. And those days we used to call ourselves Save, Scrap and Sew.
Okay.
So with my marketing background, my thing was keep it simple.
Yeah.
Whatever you're doing, just say it the way it is. We started a Facebook page that particular day on 30th September. And we started posting whatever we did, whether we were cutting or sorting or ironing or whatever, just keep posting.
Okay.
And that has stood me till now because I don't know about numbers. The page has about 3.5 maybe 3.5 thousand K people who like it. However, I know people watch that page and come back to me and say, I saw you for 6 months. I've been tracking you for 1 year. Can you tell me what I can do?
Yeah. And I will tell you one thing. Numbers is just the numbers game. Your real impact is people who are interested, they need to come and reach and see the page. So that plays more important role. So you have the right people on your page, and that's why I think your journey has just been growing and going forward, right?
Yes, it's 10 years now.
Yeah.
We completed 10 years.
Wow. That's amazing. So in this entire 10 years, what are some of the products that you guys have done, or what are 1 or 2 achievements that really stands out for you and what it means to you?
Right. So I'm a very practical person.
Okay.
So for me, from the beginning, it was that we'll make utility-based items.
Yeah.
Okay. And so we had decided we'll make sheets. And it was only sheets in my mind till I realized that it takes a long time to put a sheet together.
Okay.
And maybe people were just getting a little restless in the group. So I said, okay, let me try a bag.
Okay.
So we made a bag. And if you would like me to show, this is the kind of bag which came about.
Oh,
These are 5 by 5 pieces. Yeah, 5 by 5.
Yeah.
We had a pocket.
Yeah.
We had a lining.
Yeah.
And if you notice, actually, there is no zip, no elastic, no button, no nothing. We worked with whatever we got.
Okay.
Okay, that was the thing. And in fact, if you see, even these handles are 2 different colors.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it was just whatever we got, we'll just.
Yeah.
And that is where I break all rules of any perfection, that everything looks beautiful. You just looked at it and said, wow.
Yeah, absolutely.
So if you take a closer look, you'll realize that even the fabric type is not matching. Some is synthetic,
Yeah.
some is cotton. So
Yeah.
that I continue as my thing, that what you get
Is what you
is
make.
what you
Yeah.
work with.
Yeah.
So this was the bag. But before that, like I said, the sheet. So let me just show you. This is what a sheet looks like. But before that, I'll show you what a panel
Okay.
looks like when we are putting it together.
Okay.
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 So this is, we're just joining a panel and going, and I have certain directions for how to do that and things like that, which I
Okay.
shared with the group.
Okay.
And everybody is aware of that. Okay.
Oh, amazing. So this is like a different material. And this is
Absolutely.
a different material.
Yes.
And you've bought it together. And this is a different.
Absolutely.
Okay, perfect.
And then this is what is something which you would probably get out of it.
Oh. Let's keep my cup aside. Amazing.
So all sheets had to be two-sided.
Yeah.
Because we do only single stitch, so I don't want anyone ripping it open. And we said we'll keep it this way. No filling inside. This is all material which has been obtained from the tailor.
Yeah.
So these are all only from tailor generated scraps.
Okay.
We don't use personal scraps.
Okay.
Or personal fabric.
Okay.
I get calls often from people saying, I have this fabric, or I'm moving out and things
Yeah.
like that. I don't need it anymore. But the minute I tell people that, yes, I'll take your fabric, then I'll become like a dump yard. Not only that, if you've bought something, you'll never throw it away into the trash. You may give it to somebody, but you'll never throw it. And I've moved houses carrying the fabrics which I've not used, personal use. And so even my own fabric, I do not use in this.
Okay.
Whatever the circumstance. I may make something for my family, but it doesn't come into the safe scrap and sew
Okay.
premise.
Yeah.
Okay? Here we use only whatever is tailor generated.
Tailor generated.
Tailor generated fabrics.
fabrics.
Yeah.
Okay. Now my question is why? One is you told your house, or you, once you accept, it will become like a dumping yard.
Correct.
Second reason, or is there a second
The
reason?
tailor has no ownership.
Ah,
He is in any case going to throw it away.
yes.
Also, sometimes the fabrics are so small, Marina, that you can't make anything new with it. And they don't have time. I mean, knowing you know business, anything
Yeah.
new is what actually gives you more money.
Yeah.
That's why people don't want to keep
Yeah,
going
yeah.
back or repairing and things like that. It seems so much easier, so much more convenient to do just
Yeah.
what is new.
New. Yeah.
So this is, and keeping in mind that the tailor shops are not owned by the tailors themselves. There is somebody else.
yeah.
So, but when boutique owners contact me, I tell them the same thing.
Yeah.
That call me. I'll tell you how to do it in an efficient way. So that even once a week for half an hour or 1 hour, if each tailor is spending that time doing this, you can actually take care of your own carbon footprints. Instead of depending on a person like me who actually has nothing to gain, specifically keeping in mind that this I am going to give away as a gift to someone who needs it.
Yeah.
I'm not selling these.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So there are a whole lot of other people who do these businesses around the world, getting tailor scrap or getting scrap from other people, and then they have a business where they sell, and full respect for it.
Okay.
I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
The reason I'm not doing it is also because all of this is created by my buddies.
Yeah.
So they are just doing it for the love of it.
Yeah.
So I don't want that to be,
yeah.
to
And that's where the point you told me.
Yes.
This is not a business for me, it's a purpose
it is
for
a
me.
purpose.
Yeah.
And as I would say, the purpose found me. I
Yeah.
did not go and search for this.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So the sheets, as I told you, we were doing the sheets, and in between the bags
Yeah.
popped in. And we still had very small scraps which we didn't know what to do with.
Okay.
And I tried various things, and I'll talk about it in another forum. But today, then comes summer. Now it's peak summer, right? Then comes summer of 2016, where there is information, a newspaper headline saying 500,000 construction workers will be taking their midday break from June 15th to September 15th. And that is when we start making these pillows.
Oh, okay.
So we tried our hands with various pillows. Some were big, some were small. And I remember writing this very emotional post that, we don't know who this pillow is going to support. What is it going to be with, somebody with a child, or is it going to be with a senior person? And these kind of things. And I wrote a whole lot about it. And then one of our friends, one of our buddies traveled to Mumbai and she took a few pillows. That time that was a little bigger than this. And she took a few of those pillows and she went and gifted it to a support group. A group which actually gave place for children to sleep the night there, which was called a support group.
Okay.
So I call these the support pillows here. And this is in Mumbai where there is a support group. So they call it the support. So this is like two entirely different things. So I know that there is some other forces which are playing around. And then comes this summer thing. So we start making. So the idea was basically to keep it this size, 8 inches by 11 inches.
Okay.
Put the smallest scrap into it.
Yeah.
And and why not bigger? Because then if you wash it, it'll become... the inside may not dry because it's full of scrap.
Yeah.
So this was our method of taking the scrap, putting the scrap away.
Okay.
So this was, again, item of utility. I told you, right? Items of utility.
So I have seen and that was one of my inspirations to find if I ever get a tailor in place, and what I would like to do with the scrap material is, because we have cats, right?
Yes.
So the cats and dogs, pets, and we see so many people abandoning cats and all of those kind of things. So bed for the cats.
Yes.
So, or dogs,
Right.
So that was another, when I saw it on Instagram, I was like, wow, this is such a thoughtful thing of making best out of waste rather than just dumping it away.
Absolutely. So when you start thinking about it, then your mind and the horizon also opens up, that you can then start wondering. Because my mother-in-law would make these for home, like you just as a small pillow, to put your foot up or to keep in the back, and with our own personal scrap. So this is something which, and I've actually seen construction workers use this as well. And in India, these were gifted to children who were in cancer ward or who were taking IV for a very long time. So it just acted as a little bit of a support. And I know that this kind of becomes an emotional support as well, because I've done some sewing marathon sessions and all with the people who do pillows and drain bags for cancer patients.
Okay.
So in fact, the idea was evolved from there. But they don't use scrap. They use filling, like what you typically do in a pillow. They use that, and we've done some of that. So so I knew about the emotional thing, that there is some kind of an emotional bonding which one gets. It's not just about the pillow. It's like, okay, somebody thought about my comfort. Otherwise, you see construction workers, usually they'll be using their hand or their tiffin box or a brick as a pillow for those 2 hours. So this...
It's very thoughtful.
And the idea was, thank you. The idea was also to keep it 400 to 500 grams so that you can carry it easily, put it in your tiffin box, that whatever bag they are carrying, and which is a plastic cover usually. They have their tiffin box and they have this at the same time. So that was the idea behind it.
But that is amazing. Just the thought behind, of... you're not just taking the material out from the tailors and making sheets out of it, but again removing the waste out of that and making a pillow.
So that is, till the last scrap, everything is saved. However, on that note, the instructions and request to my buddies is, if they find something which is dirty or which is used or secondhand, just trash it. Don't think about it.
Okay.
Because we don't want to work in that. It's okay. It's fine. Just put it away.
By doing this, how does it impact the planet? I see a lot of people talking about sustainability. Believe me, till last year, I was like, in the name of sustainability, people have started making business out of it. That's how it evolved for me. But tell me, you will know the numbers or you will know it much better. How much does it really impact, and how this kind of a mindset, now you have it, and then you have a group of buddies who have it. And definitely there will be many people who are still not aware of it. How does it change for us?
So if I tell you in a very rough manner, we've been calculating and counting how much we have saved fabric scrap. I'm not even counting the number of hours that we went through it. About 13.5 tons of fabric scrap, at least, we have saved in the last 10 years. And this is just a group of handful people. 500 plus buddies we've had at one time. There used to be one time when I had groups in Abu Dhabi, 3-4 groups in Abu Dhabi, 2-3 groups in Sharjah. about 5-6 groups in Dubai, and this was pre-COVID. And this was actually asked to me by. So let me go back to my journey. So when I started this, then again people are like, okay, you're doing this, and there's a gathering of people that you could get into trouble and things like that. So obviously I was also concerned for everybody's safety, and we are not very clear on what was it, because we were just doing this. I mean, anybody was open to come and see it. So I went to Islamic Affairs Department one day.
Okay.
And I carried a sheet, a bag, and a pillow, and I said, I'm doing this. So they said, okay. So I said, no, people keep telling me. So I said, okay, then you join any of the charity groups and, tell them we'll get a license. We'll give you a license. So I said, okay. So I went to Red Crescent thinking they are broad spectrum overall. So I went to Red Crescent. I again showed them this. And they used to take permission for me from Islamic Affairs Department.
Okay.
And I've actually had inspection from Islamic Affairs Department. They would come. And they would tell me in advance that they're going to come. When they would ask me, when are you having a session? I would tell them, and then they would come. And they would inspect. They would see what is happening, and they would get very excited. And they are like, I have a tailor. Should I send my scrap fabrics? Like, no, I don't have place for it. And one of the gentlemen who had come in the initial days, he asked me, how much scrap have you saved till now? And I said, I don't know. I never thought about it. I'm not much of a math girl. So I said, I never thought about it. But that put me on. And then I started realizing that like this pillow I know is 400 to 500 grams roughly. This bag is about 300 to 400 grams roughly. I know that the sheets are anything between 750 to 1 kilo, 750 grams to 1 kilo, or maybe a little bit more also. And in that way, so I roughly calculated it out. And minimum I know that we've done, because we've done 3,000 plus sheets, we've done 5,500 plus bags, 5,500 plus. The other thing which I started doing was wherever we were gifting it, I started tracking that from the very beginning. Whoever you are gifting, who is gifting, to whom and where.
Okay.
And all this information, kept it open, transparent, available for anybody and everybody. Okay. So here we used to give to Red Crescent, wherever. But I have buddies all around the world. I have in Chennai, I have in Bangalore, Bombay. So it became such a thing, Marina, you wouldn't believe that. If I was going somewhere, then I would ask, is anyone interested? You would like me to host a session? And they would, strangers who had no idea, never met them anywhere except Facebook. I've gone to their homes, I've conducted workshops. They have called their friends, and then they've continued their work. And then whether they are still there or not, or whether they moved from the path, the fact was that people became more aware, because that was one of my objectives.
Agenda,
to create awareness. And imagine in a place like Mumbai, Chandrika is the person who had invited us to her house. I go there and she's like, well, anyone, and she had 13, 14 people, some strangers, some who had seen on Facebook this post that we are going to have a session there. And she's like, well, anytime anyone wants, you can come over, no problem. I have 1 or 2 machines, and you can come over to my house anytime and do. Can you imagine?
Wow.
You don't know who it is. You have no idea. And you're just opening your home and your heart to anyone who is wanting to do something for sustainability.
Absolutely. And that's the spirit, no? When you are driven by purpose, that's exactly what happens. There's no another agenda or a motive for
Nothing.
it. You are very open to understanding and accepting the idea and then sharing it to the world.
And she said this, that when the year she turned 60, about a couple of years back, she's like, I'm going to make 60 sheets and I'm going to distribute it.
Oh, wow.
So it was, it's like, so even on days when I feel a little low and wonder, what am I doing? And like you said, sustainability is sometimes it's like it's just a buzzword which people like to use. Sometimes you just think that. And then I'm like, no. There is a purpose.
Yeah. Cool. That is very interesting. And I think that's what I would like to tell people out there, especially people who think, you're sitting at home, you don't know what to do, where to start from. You can get in touch with Shambavi. Maybe she can take a session with you. Absolutely. And just I think sewing machine is not a big investment as well.
Not at all.
Yeah. And if you could do that, you could start a group wherever you are in the world, right?
on that note, you don't have to know sewing. You
Yeah.
could be doing cutting, sorting.
Yeah.
And that is what happened in the days when we started our journey, where people would take back fabric, take home and say, I'll cut it and give it to you.
Wow.
Because the child is studying late into the night, the husband is off to the gym or is traveling, and you are just sitting there. You finished all your chores. And I think everybody wants to feel a little needed.
Yes, absolutely. And I think that needed is something that drives us,
Yes,
right?
yeah.
It drives all of us.
And you don't know who is going to receive this.
Yeah.
You have absolutely no idea. You're never going to meet them. We don't even know sometimes where, it is.
going.
Like I know, okay, 10 pieces we gave here, 10 pieces, but we don't know who's using it.
Yeah.
But you know that somebody
who's in need of it
who's
is
in
the
need
one.
of it. Yes.
Yeah. And I think that's a beautiful way of giving back to the society. I think you opened my mind up a little bit more today, is what I'm going to say.
Yes,
Yeah.
thank you.
Yeah.
And then again, I'll always say, typical thing is we all have our favorite charities. Give this money and you're done.
Yeah.
That kind of a thing.
Yeah.
But your time, your effort, that is something which is.
See, I tell you, I'm a big believer of charity. And there used to be a time when I used to give the 10 dirham, 50 dirham, 100 dirham, 1,000 dirhams also. I used to feel happy about it. Like, it used to give me a good peace. Like I did something good. But today, money is very easy to give.
Yes.
But acts like this where you put your time, your efforts, your energy, your knowledge is what the society needs more than your money.
Absolutely,
Yeah?
absolutely, totally. And we all try to find something which relaxes our mind and kind of gives us and I say this even for corporate events, and we've held corporate events, and where I would say that you are, for those few hours, you're not thinking about anything else, and at the end of it you don't have any KPIs, because if you have any other type of training, after that you have KPIs, you have to show some results and stuff. Here whatever you've done is tangible in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely.
So,
and like you said, you can do sorting, you can do cutting, or
ironing,
you can do ironing.
Yeah, absolutely, ironing, and even help the person who's stitching, just keep between. There are so many things which one can do, and each part is important. So this I would like to say, initially in the groups that we had, we used to have that, this person stitched this person stitched that, but I always said all that sorting, cutting which took place, that is why this person had their job easy.
Yes.
It's a team
effort. And I think when you have a team effort, you get an amazing product done. Your end result is amazing always.
And then when you have a team, there's always a little bit of conflict.
Of course. Tell me, we are a family and we all live together. Who doesn't have a conflict?
Yes.
Yeah.
So then my line always used to be, the cause is bigger than all of us.
Yes. So true.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Cause is bigger than all of us. Just go back to it.
And I think that's, let me put it out in this way. If you don't have a little bit of conflict, what's the fun in having this journey going on around us, right? That has to be there. Like today I'm going to beat up Samir, not beat up literally. I'm going to give him some gyan today. And then he'll be like, oh, my madam said this. But then he'll also understand, and I'll also be like, okay, chill Samir. It's the chai time next time.
Right.
Yeah, and that way. Cool. Amazing to know how you have been taking care of these things, and how you have formed these smaller groups, and how you have been tackling the conflicts also. Now tell me, I know I'm going to take you off topic. I see you write a lot on LinkedIn.
Yes.
And believe me, there are times in the evenings, at night, when I feel like, I want something to read about motivation. I do go and look for your page.
Thank you.
So tell me, and I know you have done a workshop also with regards to that, which I missed.
Yes.
And what makes you write, and why is it important? Because I remember just some time back you told me when you had your situation, you wrote a big paragraph on LinkedIn about it.
Yes.
Why is it important in today's, and today, mind you, we have ChatGPT to make our life even more easy.
I totally agree with you about the fact that you have ChatGPT to kind of fall back on, or you have all these various other AI tools. But at that particular moment, or what is going on in my mind, or how I actually felt, that is not something which anybody can tell. Not even if I had someone helping me,
Yeah.
like an admin, or they cannot express what I feel. And that is where all this, the relationship which I have, whether it is with consulting people with owned media, or whether I have with Planet Tomorrow now, as it has evolved into Planet Tomorrow, as what I have, that is not something which anyone can actually. And then, like you said, you probably are reading my posts and you know that it is genuine.
Yeah.
I might have edited it myself couple of times, but then it is my thing.
Yeah.
So that is something I wish I could write more, and I'm forever grateful to my parents for this, because they were voracious readers.
Yeah.
They made us into one, and they were voracious writers, and they encouraged us all along to read and write, not necessarily studies at all. In fact, totally opposite of that. Right from Earl Stanley Gardner, Enid Blyton before that, to Irving Wallace, or to Jeffrey Archer.
Okay.
I owe my reading journey completely to my parents.
Okay. And that's why the reading pillow is also a very important
Yes,
product.
that was,
See?
that was something.
So that's your and your parents' journey.
Yes.
Now tell me about you and your children's journey a little bit.
Right.
How has it evolved over the years? I remember you mentioning your dad asking you, what time are you going and what time are you coming?
Exactly. He didn't ask me those questions when I was younger.
Good for you.
Now he's older. I will say this for myself, and I believe truly that my children and my nephews, nieces, whoever has interacted with me in life will agree with this, that I let them grow as they were growing up, and I grew with them.
Wow.
So I learned from them, but at the same time, I let them take those decisions. And to endorse this, once when I was attending my niece's kindergarten, now she's in grade 11, by the way.
Okay.
When her kindergarten, the graduation function, there was a chief guest who came and said, don't steal their struggle. And then I said, yeah, so if they have to struggle,
They have to.
They have to.
I think, and that struggle makes us more of who we become. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So this applies to my children as much. I would like to think that I am a mother who has let them, make their own mistakes.
Yeah.
And grow along with that.
Any one particular incident you feel like, oh, I should have stopped them from doing this? You remember on top of your mind right now? If you don't remember,
no,
it's fine.
No, I can't. No, not with my children. With others, I know how many times why I would think of.
Oh, wow. So that's good. I think parenting has evolved over the years.
Yes. So they have always been supporting me with my journey in Safe Scraps and Planet Tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
As much as my husband and my mother-in-law, and when my father-in-law was there, can you just imagine? There's always a house full of people coming and going. Okay.
Yeah.
And there's absolutely no, nobody, even my helpers in the house, in fact. So one incident which I would like to share is, when the Kerala floods took place.
Yeah.
So I was not in town here, but somebody reached out to me and said, can you help? And I put out a message in my groups. And those days we didn't have this community system, so I had to individually message each group. And we collected about 80 plus sheets made from our scraps.
Oh,
and
wow.
And somebody came and picked it up, and I was not in town also.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yes.
So that's an impact that has been created,
Yes.
and I think that's the impact that you're going to be leaving also for the future people, the groups that are getting formed and everything, to make sure that it keeps going, the journey keeps going on.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that time, till 3 years back, we were Safe Scrap and so. And then with Red Crescent, I was there was some delays and things, like they had some policy changes, and I was also having, and I also needed to make Planet Tomorrow, which I call it now, as grow a little bit more. So I took a license for Corporate Social Responsibility Initiative.
Wow.
I took a license. Now this license, which means that I can actually charge people for conducting workshops.
Okay.
So when there is a CSR activity which somebody wants to do, they can call me. I invite my buddies to come and help me because I cannot do all this work alone.
Yeah.
I have sewing machines. We bring ours and come. We bring everything and come, and they have to actually. Best scenarios when they actually do the hands-on work which we described earlier.
Yeah.
And then I also have now reached a point where I used to earlier keep making these panels and stuff, and then I realized that it's not something tangible which is coming out, so they are not able to see the end result. I could tell them a few months later. So now I've started focusing on something else which is specific, which gets over in that, like reversible sling bags. So this Ramadan, I had an open session where I said anybody can come and we can make reversible sling bags, and that was a free session. And we made 7 reversible sling bags in about 2-3 hours. So
and that's an amazing CSR activity.
Yeah, so that is something which is so that specificity I bought. That is again thanks to one of the BFFC members, Rahul Sharma. He was worked with Frost and Sullivan, and I asked him. That is there an opportunity to do a CSR activity with your company? Because I know they are big into sustainability and stuff. He said, we don't have here, but I have something in Chennai. I'll connect you to them. Okay. And this is 2025 March, January, February. And I connected with them. They said, we cannot do for our employees, but we are connected to a charitable organization in Chennai called Sevalai, where they have sewing machines, they have everything. They teach women, fisher women, sewing.
Wow.
And they said, we'll fund you to do a workshop
over there.
So I went from here to Chennai in peak summer, April. Don't ask me for what all I do for the love of the land.
Yeah.
And I went there. So there I had 3-day plan out. And because we were funded, we were able to buy. One is, I bought them a machine which had, different stitches which they could use. The different stitches, one that. Then we bought some zips and elastic, things like that, so I could teach them. Because when I contacted Sevalai, and we were all in a team in that, and so the person who was coordinating this was Prerna and Asha. There were 2 ladies from Chennai, Frost and Sullivan Institute. It's called Frost and Sullivan Institute. So when I spoke to Sevalai, they said, what value add can you do? So that means it was a step beyond all this. I said, okay. So I started planning it, and we got all this thing. And then I realized we are going to make. So that's as I was telling you about.
The tote bag has a lot of things in there.
Yes, it's like the magic. Ah. So one of the things which I had practiced here was this reversible sling bag.
Okay.
Turn it around and see.
Wow.
This is from scrap.
Yeah, I can just put it also. I love sling bags. I love bags.
Okay.
Amazing.
Now, with the fact that these were fisher women, I said, let's make a fish.
Oh my God.
And I mean, I have a consultant. His name is Sharjeel, okay? He's 30 years old.
Cute.
And he'll always tell me, why do you have to start everything so boring? Start with some fun. So I said, okay, let's do this then. So the first thing, instead of cutting lots of fabric scrap and things like that, I said, let's make a fish.
Yeah.
So we made a fish, and as you can see, there is scrap inside this, okay? So we made fish, and there were 20 ladies there. We started with a fish. And Marina, if you're from the coast and you know what fish means to you.
Yeah. I'm a Mangalorian, so a little bit. Yeah.
So with you, it's your bread, butter, jam fish.
Yeah.
It's your, like kind of you eat, and it's your survival thing, and there is an emotional one. And before that, I had done one game. If I was in the process of doing Global Art and Medicine Fellowship, okay. And so what I did was I took it one step further, and I said, okay, with all the embellishments, lace and all we'd bought. So I said, you embellish however you want, give it a name, talk to it, share a secret with it. And they started laughing. I said, you don't have to give some real, you can give some simple secret like, I always wanted to eat something and I didn't get around to it. Or you don't have to give it.
The big secret.
The big secret.
Yeah.
So that was my icebreaker, which the fish helped me
Do it.
do it.
And this is a brilliant idea.
Thank you.
Brilliant. They started with the fish.
It started with the fish on day one.
Yeah.
We went on to make reversible sling bags.
Yeah.
I taught them. Then we made sheets also. Then
Yeah.
we made luggage tags. And there's a whole post about it, which you can, there's a newsletter out there which you can read about what
it.
happened, what was the thing. And 6 months later, 8 months later rather, in December last year, I asked them, I said, I want to meet them again online and I want to know what progress they have made.
Yeah.
So then they came around telling me what they had done.
Okay.
The 10 of them came in for the online session, and one of them said she's a teacher in a school, and she said every time when there is like a test or they have whenever the exams, she makes some things out of scrap and she gifts it to the top 3 children.
Oh, wow.
What more
Amazing.
could I ask for?
Yeah.
And another one makes gifts like that for her family and friends. Another one said she made and she sold.
Got it. This is amazing. What I feel is how things have evolved for you.
Yes.
And the moment you started doing more corporates, you could reach out to a little bit more audience. And it's helping them reach. Like, I feel like if I ever want to do a session, this would be one of my CSR activity that I would like to do it with the team, because this helps them work as a team as well.
I'll also say this, that I was also very specific about this, that we should be using for Tailor generated fabric scrap and things like that. But now I'm also exploring that, okay, let's say, like for example, we buy many dresses which have sleeves, especially Indian dresses. They have sleeves which we don't use because we wanted the dress original to be sleeveless.
Yeah.
So what happens to all those blouses, sleeves? It's just hanging around somewhere.
Yeah.
So I've been thinking about exploring that, okay, you bring yours.
Yeah.
And then let's try to do something with that.
Yeah.
So that is another option which I'm looking at evolving, because this, whatever we make, like these bags, this was made in the Ramadan session, okay? This was made in the Ramadan session. I'm going to give away, okay, to someone who, same reversible, except this pocket is only one side.
One side, yeah. But yeah.
Yeah, the pocket could have been both sides also like this. This was to show them actually.
I'm a collector of handbags.
Yeah, see.
Wow. Different size as well.
Yeah, so so this is another thing. There's no perfection, right, in my story. So there's just like, okay, whatever size you get, whatever, don't make it smaller.
Yeah.
The idea is not to generate more scraps. Whatever best size works, just work along with that.
So my idea is, I have a lot of handbags, and with the handbags, what happens is you have one handle and then you have a sling handle.
Yes.
And I think it is for most of us female, the longer handle just gets stored in some drawer or somewhere.
Yes.
And this is something which we can do, and we can utilize those strings, right?
Yes, absolutely.
And make most out of those bags, and make it, if you don't want to use it, you can always gift it.
Yes.
Yeah?
Right.
Amazing. I like it, Shambavi, how things, every bit of the things that is coming out of that bag, I'm loving it more and more.
So let's, this is the last piece. Let me just show you this. This is actually, we get a lot of fabric which is like this, which is georgette or crepe or chiffon. So for this, what we do is we just make it into even edges. And then it can be used as a shella or a scarf or something. And for a person who's feeling cold, they can just wrap it around their neck. For a person who wants to use a headscarf, cover their ears. Anything is better than having open ears.
Yeah.
So this is something with this type of fabric that you
do. Georgette.
Yeah, georgette or crepe or anything. And
Okay, cool.
So I know I said that was the last. This is upholstery material, by the way, which comes a lot.
Yes.
Which also, so it's not just Tailor generated fabric scrap, it's also, so these are samples.
Yeah. People who do our blinds and things like that.
Also, when you say, make the curtain shorter.
Yeah.
There's a lot of fabric which goes waste.
Comes,
Yes, there's a lot of fabric which goes waste.
And those fabrics also, we can make a bag out of it, or we can make.
Yes. However, that is a little more difficult because our domestic machines are not really meant to handle this. If you have industrial machines, those are better for it. But still, we do
Yeah.
So that is something which we also do, is taking care of our machines, so
Yeah.
that we are able to give. So that is like when we are doing the bag, like for example, this bag. When we are stitching, I've found a method so that there is at no time, there are actually 4 layers that you're stitching. Only very minimal here where there are more than 4 layers.
Yeah.
So there'll be
Okay.
only 2 layers which you're stitching, which is easy to do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
And these, by the way, are available openly in the YouTube channel that we have for Save Scrap and Sew.
Okay.
YouTube, where how to make a bag, how to make a sheet. I mean, if somebody knows stitching, they know how to go about it, they can easily work their way around it and understand it.
Perfect.
Yeah.
What is the YouTube channel called?
Save, Scrap and Sew.
Okay. Amazing. So we'll put that in
Yeah.
our description as
Yeah.
well. So people
when
can
we,
look for
when
it.
we became the CSR Prep Initiative, that is when we moved on to the name Planet Tomorrow. That was again Sharjil's idea that, okay, also that will give me an opportunity to collaborate with anyone who
Yeah.
wants to do something.
something, yeah.
And which is what all this then led
Comes
to.
around.
But I continue to work with fabric scraps only though. And that remains the focus.
yeah.
That remains the focus. I've had often people tell me, why aren't you using second hand? So we don't use any second hand fabrics, I told you, right? Only
Yeah.
fresh fabric from the tailor.
Yeah.
Why don't you use second hand sheets? That is going waste. Or I have a whole lot of clothes, I'll give it to you. Can you do something out of it? I'm like, I've kept my purpose and my niche as this.
Correct.
You go ahead and do this, or find somebody else who does. For me, this itself is keeping me quite
Busy.
busy.
Yeah. And this is what you have started off.
Yes.
Someone else can start
Someone
off,
else can. Yes, it's open.
with-
It's no, there is absolutely no restriction.
So
And
that brings me to this, that we have to collaborate soon.
definitely,
Yeah.
I'm all ready.
Oh, okay.
and
Perfect.
that is what I do. So when I have my buddies come over and it's a paid session, then what I do is I give them something. At least their transportation is covered.
Covered. Yeah. Shambavi, if you have to start tomorrow again, zero contacts, zero branding, zero everything, what is that one thing you will do differently as a founder?
I know only this. I will just do the same thing again.
Okay, repeat it. But anything that you will start differently?
No.
No, just
Because
the
the
way.
main thing for me, it is not about the promoting it or advertising it or branding it or anything.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
It is about people who believe in it
Yeah. So I think what you
and
will.
who want to do hands-on.
Yeah.
So I would go back the same route.
Same route.
Yes.
Okay, that's
maybe write
amazing.
more on LinkedIn.
I think
People
you're
like
doing
you read.
pretty good
No, I
job.
wasn't doing it then.
Oh, so that
I
is
wasn't
something
doing
you
it
could
then.
start.
So maybe I would.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would write more.
Yeah. And I think, Shambavi, one more thing that you could do a little bit more is you talking on the platform. Because, when you talk, you're more passionate. People understand your emotions when it comes. And that is one thing, today's generation or today how the world has evolved.
Yes.
That is something that could be something you could use. I'm just saying, I'm just suggesting.
Yes. So Marina, we also got a lot of PR press coverage.
Yeah.
We got awards also.
Wow.
And when I say we, because I believe it was Save Scrap and so it was
Yeah.
not me at all.
Yeah.
And it was invariably my buddies who put through to somebody and said,
Yeah.
what, this work is going on.
Yeah.
And in fact, I remember a couple of years back during Ramadan, Emar had put up something. There was a 1-minute video or something, I think, which they were doing for people who are doing something for the community.
Community. Okay.
In those days, community word was not so popular, okay?
Yeah.
And now it is.
Extremely.
And
It's good and bad. Yeah.
And there was a team of
Yeah.
people who came and who recorded us, all our tasks. Again, whenever any media comes, recently I had Janam TV come.
Okay.
Whenever any, Asianet also, any Malayalam Manorama, sorry.
Yeah.
So whenever anyone comes, I'm like, I'm open.
Yeah.
And I put it out open in the message in the groups.
Yeah.
Anyone who wants to come from our group, they can come and join the session.
Wow. Amazing.
So they all come, whoever has time, whoever is able to, they come. I've had people come from Abu Dhabi and all for
it.
for sessions because media coverage,
Yeah, yeah.
which is great, which I believe they should be, everyone should get that
Yeah.
little bit of shine on them.
100%.
Yeah. And with that in mind, it was always the buddies who put this through to people.
Uh-huh.
And I never forget to thank them, because it is because of them alone I would never have been able to.
Of course not.
Yeah.
Like you said, it's a team effort.
It's a team.
Always.
Yes.
Perfect. Let me end the session with a rapid fire session. So you'll have to be very quick.
It's hot enough. Outside, not here.
Yeah, here it is cool enough. Let me start my first question. One habit that you never skip.
Responding to WhatsApp messages.
Wow, I need to learn that from you. A book everyone should read.
In younger days, I would say Jonathan Livingston Seagull.
Okay,
Everyone should read that book.
okay.
And if you're an entrepreneur and as you grow older, become a leader, I would say never split the difference.
Never spread the difference.
Never split the difference.
Never split the difference.
Yeah, it's by Chris Voss, yeah.
Okay, that's a book I'm going to pick up.
Please
soon.
do.
One thing people waste besides money.
Words.
Good one. That was impactful. One word that defines leadership.
Accountability.
Yes, I so agree with that. One life lesson you will never forget.
There is always someone whose need is more.
So true. Absolutely. A piece of advice for a younger self. Shambhavi at 18.
Shambavi.
The dad must shout at her and ask her more questions.
No. Be more confident in yourself. And I wouldn't say that of Shambavi at 18. I would say that to Shambavi of 8 years old.
8 years old.
8 years, yeah.
Okay.
Because by 18,
Yeah.
I think I had become my own person.
So be more confident.
Yeah, be more confident within yourself. Yeah, be more confident.
Perfect. Thank you so very much,
Thank
Shambhavi.
you very much.
I know this has been a pending podcast for a real long time, but I'm so happy we did it after a certain time.
Yes.
And it was a very productive one. I think you have given us some good insights, and the cause that you are doing all this for is so much more. Right? It's a bigger purpose that you're working towards, and that itself, knowing that and knowing that you are there in my life somewhere, brings me more peace. And I feel like we have met at the right time, and over the period, things have evolved for us.
You've just taken the words from my mouth, because I was going to say this, that maybe it is now that we were ready for this
Yes.
podcast. Though
Yes.
you've been wanting to host and
Yeah.
you've been telling me for a while. But sometimes you need to be mentally in that space,
Yeah.
so that, you're ready.
Yeah.
And
Today our
and I'm
stars have
also
matched.
Absolutely. Thanks to
And like you said, today you have met a lot of number 6. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you very much for
Thank
coming
you.
over here and spending some quality time with us.
Thank you very much. And I would like to thank all the buddies of all these years who made the difference and who actually are the reason why I'm here today in Marina's table and sharing this
Yeah, you're going to send
story
me some of
us.
their pictures, so we will put them as well on the video, so they also get the spotlight.
Absolutely, yes.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank
Thanks
you.
a lot. Yeah.
Cool.